And in this second installment of our stories to celebrate next year's milestone in diplomatic relations between Seoul and Paris, our senior correspondent Oh Soo-young sought out South Korea's top cultural official in the French capital city to learn about the importance of deepening awareness about culture to bolster bilateral ties. To take a listen.
No longer seeking mere recognition, Korea's cultural presence in France is becoming institutionalized. Beyond what's trending in popular music, film and content, Korea-related items are now appearing regularly at museums, heritage venues and major festivals. That's according to Lee Il-yul, director of the Korean Cultural Center in Paris, who noticed a stark contrast from his student days in France more than 3 decades ago.
When I studied here 35 years ago, in most cases, people did not even recognize Korea as a country. But now, Korea's image and stature is incomparably higher. Korea is now treated at the level of an advanced country here, and France, in particular, has very strong cultural pride. Rather than economic advancement alone, they regard cultural awareness itself as a key indicator of being an advanced nation.
Korean participation in events such as the annual Avignon Festival is one such indicator, as well as the opening of the Pompidou Center in Seoul next year. With mainstream exposure to Korean culture in France initially coming through film, television dramas and K-pop, Lee says broader engagement between artists, professionals and government officials expanded cooperation over the past decade. His own career has focused on building Korea's cultural presence beyond the promotion of commercial trends.
In a place like France, raising overall cultural recognition matters. For long-term sustainability, building a serious, broad-based audience for literature, culture, and the arts is crucial, because people here live a culturally rich life from an early age, with high expectations. They eventually recognize that Korea also has classical culture, beautiful hanbok, traditional roof tiles, fermentation culture, deep history.
One major milestone came last year when France's education and culture authorities listed the Korean Culture Center as an approved destination under the government's subsidized Culture Pass scheme for students.
My dream is that the term Hallyu and even Korean Culture Center won't remain pronouns, but become common terms like Mecca or Champagne, spoken naturally by French people from children to the elderly.
The center hosts art exhibitions, pansori performances, Korean film screenings, and public talks with prominent authors throughout the year. Korean language classes and hands-on workshops offer training in ceramics, cooking, calligraphy, and handicrafts. With such entry points, Lee says his mission is to make the wave of Hallyu sustainable through discovery.
Our center hosts a countless number of clubs, playing an incubator role to nurture and motivate aficionados so they voluntarily seek out, learn, experience, and discover Korean culture.
Lee says special initiatives have aimed to promote a deeper understanding of Korea's heritage over time rather than focus on one-off events. Around the time of the Paris Olympics, a 6-month program explored Korea's concept of 놀이, or recreational culture, by sharing music, performance, and everyday cultural practices.
This showed how Korea's culture of play connects to its history and identity, and how Korea's dynamism and creativity didn't appear overnight. Being able to help French audiences experience this has been deeply rewarding.
Since Lee's appointment in September 2022, the Culture Center has carried out nearly 250 programs and projects across France.
I want this center to be a place where people see, enjoy, and experience Korea, but also a cultural landmark in Paris that anyone would want to visit at least once. We're laying the first stones little by little, and I'm confident we can see that through.
Going forward, as preparations move ahead for the 140th anniversary of diplomatic relations, Lee hopes to continue unfolding new dimensions of Korean culture, its spirit, imagination, and sources of inspiration. Oh Soo-young, Arirang News, Paris.